Happy hump day, everybody. It's Wednesday here at GPFans, and there's still more news coming out of Formula One before we get into the party in Bahrain that is the opening race weekend of the season. So without further ado, let's stop messing around and dive straight into the F1 headlines.
McLaren team principal Andreas Seidl would be okay with looking to adjust Formula One's budget cap as global changes continue to impact the sport. The budget cap for this season has been brought in and set at $140 million, and the Woking-based team have been a firm supporter of both the ceiling created and the height at which it's been set when it comes to teams' development budgets for their car. Even with the additional sprint races on the calendar, McLaren were keen not to see the team budget be moved to accommodate for the additional running costs that come with the races. However, after Christian Horner called for an emergency review of the cap, with levels of inflation continuing to rise and the impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine continuing to be felt across the globe, Seidl would be happy with a discussion regarding the budget cap as long as a calm, common-sense approach was made to it. The situations have come up in the last weeks and months, with inflation and so on, said the McLaren boss. We are absolutely up for that discussion, and we will hold the discussions with the other teams, together with the FIA as well, because I think we have the same challenge being in the cap, and now having these additional and unexpected expenses. Elsewhere, the FIA has changed the wording of its safety car rules in order to try and prevent another Abu Dhabi fiasco as we sit on the cusp of the new F1 season. Last year's finale in the desert was littered with controversy, of course, after then race director Michael Massey allowed some but not all of the lapped cars to unlap themselves before restarting the Grand Prix for a final lap shootout between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton for the Drivers' World Championship. Mercedes, of course, were outraged that the usual safety car protocols were not followed, highlighting the wording of Article 48.1.2 of the sporting regulations that states, "If the clerk of the course considers it safe to do so, and the message lapped cars may now overtake has been sent to all competitors via the official messaging system, any cars that have been lapped by the leader will be required to pass the cars on the lead lap and the safety car." Formula One's governing body has tried to clear up the problem in the wording of the rules by changing the final line of that regulation from any cars that have been lapped by the leader to all cars that have been lapped by the leader for this coming season. The minor change should prevent any confusion as to which cars should unlap themselves under the safety car this year, although it is unlikely to change the minds of those that feel that there is an asterisk next to Verstappen's maiden title victory.
Keep the comments coming and keep the predictions coming as well, not just for this first racing weekend of the season, but of course for the season as a whole. Are Ferrari going to be the cream that rises to the top? Have Mercedes got something in the locker in store for this first racing weekend? And what about Red Bull and their chances of Max Verstappen once again being Drivers' World Champion for a second season in a row? We want to hear all of your thoughts, of course, as well on @GPFansGlobal on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, GPFans.com is the place to get all of your updates this season.